Hey guys, it's your boy Killer Kill 360 back with another video. And today I'm doing part 2 of What If I Was in High School DxD. So let's get into it. So when we last left off, I was training in the river, swimming upstream to get my muscles into shape. So as I'm getting out the water, I happen to feel like somebody's watching me. Then out of nowhere, oh, so that's what you've been up to, huh? You're definitely not a normal human. I'm like, I turn around, I'm like, who said that? Up here, says Akano. She lays down. I'm like, what business do you want with me? Well, for one thing, I never seen a human swim up a whole river that's rapid and crazy. How did you do that without dying? Like I said, I'm not an ordinary human, I'm a demon hunter. Don't give me that demon hunter bullshit. You're more than that. Demon hunters don't even exist. I did my research. So, what are you? And in my head, I'm like, Death, what do I say? She can be an enemy of ours. Well, just keep lying to her saying you're a demon hunter. We don't know what's her full intentions. As Akano is like, so what are you? Like I said, I'm a demon hunter. I'm the first of my kind. I'm trained to kill demons. Clearly, right? So why the fuck are you pressing me? I say. Oh, such a spicy mouth. Alright, I'll leave you alone for now. When I'm on to you, I'm like, whatever. As she leaves, I'm like, bro, I can't keep this up for so long. Yeah, I know, but you gotta keep the facade up until I find out exactly what's going on in this realm. As me and Death go and figure out this new realm, right? So sorry about that, guys. So Death is like, well, first thing, let's head to this cave. As we head to this cave that's on the other side of the country. So he's like, yeah, this is it. As I go inside the cave, I'm like, okay, interesting. As we come to a door that is crushed and covered in runes. He's like, put your hand on the wall. As I put my hand on the wall, it opens up. And as it opened up, I walk inside the room. And I'm like, what is all of this? As I get in the middle of the room and I see full plate armor sitting there. I'm like, Death, what is this? Oh yeah, it's my armor. Put it on, kid. As I listen to him, so I put it on. I'm like, holy shit, this shit is heavy and badass. Yeah, it's gonna be heavy at first, but you get used to it. But wouldn't this make me stick out like a sore thumb? Nah. Whatever the user imagines, it turns into. So it hides a presence. Is that so? So I imagine me wearing, my Jordans, my Gucci belt, my Louis Vuitton and all of that. He's like, really? Sorry. I mean, you say you could look like anything you want. And he's like, well, not that. That's, whatever. Says Death. Come on, I want it to fit in. You're still gonna look like a sore in the thumb. Yeah, I know. But, and a week goes by, so I'm back at home. As I'm doing over 1,000 push-ups. Now that this week went by, my body fully adjusted to the new changes. So as I leave the house, I'm gonna go for a walk. So I'll walk for like a good 15 minutes. Then I smell the air. I'm like, what is that smell? As I turn a corner and I see a priest over dead bodies, completely mutilating them and cutting them to pieces. And I'm like, yo, what's going on here? And he's like, I know the one has came. And I'm looking at him like he's absolutely cringe and psycho. And I'm like, Death, can I kill him? He's like, oh yeah, he's one of the corrupted fallen angels. Kill him. As I say, death runes, scythes. As the priest is like, oh, it's time for your retribution. Oh, more devils to kill. I'm gonna kill you. As he jumps up and swings down, I jump so high in the air that it looks like I just disappeared type of thing. As he turns up and turns around and looks up, as I come down, full swing with my scythe, slicing him in two. It's like freaky. As I say, Amaterasu. As I burn the corpses to let them rest in peace. Oh yeah, another thing, kid. You're immune to death by normal means. So if you die, you're not gonna die unless something otherworldly kills you, like holy magic and stuff like that. Ah, understand. Soul erasure, all the standard stuff. That's what Death says. I got you. As I hear somebody in the corner, I'm like, why is this priestess here? She's like, oh, who are you? I'm like, well, my name is Kiyoya. Why? What's going on here? Why are such bad things happening? As, she explains to me, and I'm like, well, I could tell you're pure of heart. What are you doing in a crowd like this? She's like, I didn't even know, like, there was evil like this, And I kind of smacked my head, like, on my forehead. I'm like, she's gullible. And I look at her, and then I sense another presence. And I'm like, oh. You see that, Death? He's like, yeah, she has one of them. What you? I'm sorry. It's so rude of me. I didn't ask your name. I say, oh, she's like, oh, my name is Azia. Oh, that's a nice name. Well, I already told you mine. But yeah, you shouldn't hang out with people like this. They're evil. As I say. As we hear. Oh. Then it's like 5 fallen angels that comes out of nowhere. And I'm like, get out of here. And one of them grab her. She's like, where do you think you're going? Before she even can do anything, I put my scythe right by her neck. And I'm like, if you fucking touch her, you're dead. Let her go now. As all the 4 fallen angels is like, what? I didn't even see him move. And as they say that, I throw one of my scythes right at their head. And they're like, holy shit, like they in horror, like they can't believe like how fast I'm blitzing them. Like they in complete shock. As the one that's holding Azia lets her go immediately. Since he was so helpful with letting her go, I'm gonna give you a slow and painless death. As she's like, what do you mean? That's not how it works. Nah. Y'all, trust me. If it was the other way around, y'all would give me a grueling death. Don't sit here and try to cap. As I grab her by her wings. And I put my foot on her back. As I'm pushing. And I tear her wings off. And she screams in agony. Pop goes the weasel. As she's screaming on the floor, oh my god, my wings. I'm like, can you shut the hell up? As I just guillotine her right away. Pour out her misery. As the other fallen angels try to fly away. And I'm like, death arrows. As I form my scythe into an arrow. And I shoot them down. Headshots, both of them. Both of them are dead. And then I say, Amaterasu, go to the Shadow Realm and take their souls there. As my fire comes to life and pulls them to the underworld. for them to never be seen or hear from again from all existence. They are completely, solely racial wiped out. That was easy. As I walk out the church and I see Rhea's Grimory and her entourage, they're like, what the hell just happened? Well, I just got rid of some fallen angels as they shocked, like, they can't believe I, killed the angels. They like, wow. So I gotta report this to my father, says Reyes. I'm like, yeah. And another thing, take her with you. She's very special. As Reyes looks at Azia and she noticed that she has a boosted gear. She's like, what the heck? Wait, she has a boosted gear. As she goes with Reyes, as um I'm like, I'm heading out. And Reyes is like, wait. We need you to report something about this whole incident. I'm like, Dev, should I do that? He's like, you know what? This might be a good way to get some information. So go with him. I'm like, alright. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go with y'all. As we head to the office, and I sitting down, minding my business, and then I could feel this strong presence. So I instantly go invisible. As I want to know what's going on. They're like, what the hell? He could turn invisible? But they can still film. They don't know I'm there, but I am there. And as, I'm just watching things go down. We see Phoenix Razor talking all this hot shit. And one thing about me, I don't like a womanizer, It gets underneath my skin. So, as he's trying to touch up on Reyes, I put my foot out and I trip him. He's like, what the hell just happened? I just lost my balance out of nowhere. As everybody is snickering because they know what just happened. He's like, what the hell is so funny? Oh, nothing, sorry. As he goes back on his rant again, touching on Reyes and trying to touch her titties. As I'm like, you know what? I had enough of this. As I grab Razor's hand, he's like his hand is in midair. He's like, what the hell? As I just put him on the floor, like just slam him on the floor. And I'm like, you're a piece of shit. Aren't you just the worst? As I put my foot on his face, right? Everybody's like, whoa, he's raw. And he's like, who the fuck are you? I'm like, shut up, as I put my boot in his mouth. And I keeping him in place. Everybody's shocked. And Akano kind of getting off to that. Like, she like, oh, he raw. As one thing I hate the most is a womanizer. You really get underneath my skin, you fucking bastard. As he like, who the fuck are you? I'm like, dogs are not allowed to talk. Shut up. As I put my foot on his face again. His nose is bleeding now. And I literally give him the Loki treatment. And I'm like, Reyes, I'm going to pay for the damages, personally. And I'm just giving him the Loki treatment. And he's like, ugh. And I let him go. Because he wanted to be let go. Oh, yeah. And also, another thing I'm doing, give me that goddamn arm. And as I slice his arm off, he's screaming in pain. He like, well, I can regenerate. And I'm looking at him. Not with my weapons. It attacks your soul directly. So you're not getting your arm back. As he screams in pain and agony and horror. And he's like, screw you, I'm gonna get you for this. I'm telling your father, Reyes. And I'm like, I could kill you right now. As he's like, no, you can't. I could go through portals. I'm like, okay, that's cute. As he tries to go through his portal, I literally yoink him right out the portal. And I'm like, Rhea, should I kill him? She's like, no. But cut off his other arm with pleasure. As I cut off his arm again. He's like, oh, my arm, my fucking arms. As his harem was like, oh my god, he's so raw. And I'm like, don't fuck with Rias again, you fucking slime bastard. Now get the fuck out of my face or I kill you. As he runs away, like in terror. And I'm like, if you run your mouth to our father, I will end you and your whole family. As he just gets the memo and gets out of there, bro, out of Dodge. And Rias is kind of like so happy that I did that for her. Like, I didn't have to do that, but it was just the principle. So yeah, I had to get rid of him. But yeah, and you know, things happen from there. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the what if right there. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Part 3 will probably be out probably tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, I'm not gonna say tomorrow, but you know when it comes out.
I cover, I pull up and whack shit. You never heard about slick, but I act bitch. You were pretending your fans getting catfish. Kick you a hollow and nolly you hollow and now you a hollow bitch. That is my motto. Bitch, I've been grinding, I'm feeling like Otto. That ice on my body feel like Kyoti Moto. Otaku Wonderworld up in this bitch. I came here to finish, you call me the lich. Feature me, nigga, your verse getting skipped. I'm still in the show, nigga, call me the Grinch. Yo, bitch, when I bone, I feel like Ikaku, I give her the pole. I'm reaching a soul, life is a harem, don't leave me alone. I let her step on me, I feel like Cone. Big racks on me, I feel like Rangiku. Bitch, I'm not bomb, I ain't talking no Biju. Pull up with fire, you fuck with my people. Catch a big bullet bill to use a cerebral. I've been the GOAT, you should've known. You give her the treat, she give me the dome, then give me the cheeks. Then she go home, you got a problem, Zanpakuto.